Hi, this is Patrick Finley from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'm joined here at Hallis Hall by my colleague Mark Potash. And Potsy, today officially started Packer Week, where everybody says very exciting things about the Bears' rivals, about how much they hate them. I think Lance Briggs mentioned that today, and the fans get all worked up about a Week 4 game. Still, kind of important, right?
Well, Pat, I got to tell you, I thought Lance's comments about that were almost perfunctory. He's been around here a lot. I'll be honest, and I think this is a good thing. This doesn't feel like Packer Week around here. This feels like Week 4 of a season that the Bears have a chance to make the playoffs. So I think that's good. I don't get this feeling like it's a big rivalry week, or they feel even any importance. Personally, I think this is a potential to have somewhat of a defining game for the Bears. Sure. I think they've played well defensively, but can they stop Aaron Rodgers? Can they stop a team that has their number and usually comes up big against them? So there are no such things as defining games anymore in the NFL. I'm convinced of that. But I think this is an important game. But I think it's good that the Bears are taking it as kind of just another important game, one of 16, instead of Packer Week. I think that's a good development.
And this is defining for a couple of reasons if you wanted to make that argument. One is that the Bears obviously would improve to 3-1. More importantly, even the Packers would fall to 1-3. You know, their offense didn't look good at all against Detroit, but aren't they still the best offense the Bears are going to or have faced to this point, even if they're not really going on all cylinders?
Well, absolutely. And what we don't know is, even though it was kind of peculiar that Aaron Rodgers struggled as much as he did against a Lions secondary that he usually would carve up, I still think the Packers are a team that can turn it on at any time. We don't know; they're not defined yet as a struggling team, as far as I'm concerned. So they're still, like you said, they're still the measuring stick, I think, for a Bears defense. And Aaron Rodgers, even though he's not a read option quarterback, and I think the Bears are kind of finally getting the hang of that, and now they get a non-moving target. I think that's actually probably a good thing for them. It's someone they know. I think they know what they have to do, and now it's just a matter of a very basic football. They just have to do what they're supposed to do.
It's certainly a good thing for Jared Allen, who had joked the other day that he's so old that he wasn't in college when they were running the zone read. So he said he's just getting the feel of going side to side. But, you know, you can't talk about Allen without bringing up Julius Peppers, who's now playing stand-up linebacker, a little bit of end. He's essentially a pass rusher for the Packers. A couple of guys talked today about him being on the other side of this rivalry.
Well, they certainly respect Julius Peppers. You know, he did a pretty good job here, I guess is the best way to say it. He wasn't an all-pro here every year, but he did a pretty good job here. He was well-respected. He certainly helped the Bears' defense, but he's not what he once was. He's not really what the player they signed. And with the Packers, from what I've seen, it's kind of the same thing. You know, he's good on occasion. I don't think he's going to make the Bears regret letting him go.
Right.
So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how he does. But I think that's just part of the problem the Bears have in facing the Packers' defense.
That makes sense. And by the way, none of us are what we once were, right? Really?
Well, I know I'm not, but I'm 55. These guys are all in their 20s and 30s, so they should be what they once were.
Wise words from Mark Potash. From here at Hallis Hall, I'm Patrick Finley with SunTimes.com. Stay with us for all your Bears info.